Hello! Oh, hello! Hello and welcome to my channel, VlogaNovel. I'm my channel, VlogaNovel, where I vlog novels. This is a show where I live create books from beginning to end, everything from the outlining process to writing the first draft, editing, formatting for publication, making the book available for sale on Amazon.com. What's up, guys? Didn't work yesterday, as you might have noticed. Sunday is the day that I'm allowed to take a day off, so whatever. I try to work on Sundays, and most Sundays I do. But yesterday, like, Megan was out of town this weekend. So, give myself a pass on that. Good morning, Kristen. Hello. Oh, hello. But yeah, had a good weekend. I cooked a lot. I'm cooking now. I'm trying to learn how to be a better cook. I've always kind of liked cooking. Never really had much, I guess, opportunity to cook, I guess is the right way to put it. I don't know. But now I'm cooking. That was loud. I'll basically be like, I want a steak. And then I go and I look on YouTube for, like, how does Gordon Ramsay cook a steak? And then I go and get all the shit that he says I need to cook the steak. And then I cook the steak, and it's pretty good. It was not good, which sucks. Hey, Mary, what's up? Yeah, I tried a recipe and it just did not turn out too well. Way too much lemon and stuff, so that was unfortunate. Megan was very kind about it anyway. Seriously? Okay, well, he's downstairs, so find the BB-8 and take it downstairs to Des. And hey, I love you. Yeah. Little people! Oh, man. BookBub was good. It was very good, actually. I think we topped out. Actually, I need to double check that because this happened last time where I was at a ranking when I went to bed, and then I was at a ranking when I woke up. But I was actually, I looked. There's a website you can check, and I got higher overnight, right? So let me see what my actual rank was. I hope it has the data already. Yeah, okay, so that was the actual correct peak. So the highest I got was number 27 in the Kindle store. So, yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Let me see. I should be able to actually show you. So this is pretty cool. I don't think there's any I don't think there's any confidential data on here. Let me see. No, it doesn't have my bank account or social or anything like that. It does have all the porn sites I visit, but I'm kidding. I don't have those bookmarked. I'm kidding. I don't visit those. Um, so here is my sales rank over time. And so that moment where it hits the top of the graph is the first BookBub that I ever got. And as you can see, it stayed pretty high ever since, which is cool. Like, yay. And then there's a little bump up in January, and then there's this most recent bump up. So, yeah, I'm happy about it. Anyway, yeah, 27 in the whole Kindle store. Now, I mean, okay, so in September, my it got to 50 on that BookBub. It got to 15. So it's sort of like, oh, but you have to realize that it's the same. Like most times when people get a second BookBub for the same book, it's just not. It doesn't do that great. So comparatively, this is actually really really good. And then the other thing too is that like what I've personally discovered anyway is that what do you say? What do you call it? Oh yeah, what I've personally discovered is that the sales on the BookBub day and afterwards, because your sales rank stays pretty good and whatnot. Your sales are they're cool, they're great, they're awesome actually. Um, like in a single 24-hour period, you sell a lot of books, which is. But actually, the best part about BookBub and what turns it from a nice day into like an epic event is that the page reads. The page reads don't spike on the day of the BookBub ever, hardly ever, almost ever, because get a lot of people see it and get it on Kindle Unlimited, which like actually reduces your sales, right? So you're like, oh, KDP Select, that's not so good. But then the day after, your page reads fly into the stratosphere and they stay there for a long, long time. A long time. So, yeah, they just, that's why January was like an insanely stupid good month for the books. And again, there was a delayed reaction. Like the BookBub was on Saturday, but yesterday was when the page reads just went, and will like hopefully they stay up there. But like today, it's only 9 a.m. and they're already doing quite well. So I'd say that like BookBub, I mean, BookBub going wide is also good too because you can sell on iBooks and you can sell on Nook and all these sort of things. And I've never had a BookBub that went on a book that was wide. So I can't really compare, but for me, watching those page reads for like the next month is awesome because I mean, what was yeah, so like yesterday there were 60,000 page reads and it's already on track for today to like do significantly more than that, and it'll stay that way for a long, long time. Which is just like that many. I don't know that many pages being read. Like the idea of people, like I know that they're on Kindles and whatnot, but the idea of people reading that much, I love that. I really, really love that. So anyway, that's the deal. That was BookBub. Boom. Okay. In other news, Nightblade is right about to break 200 reviews. In other news, the Nightblade box set is annoying. Well, first of all, it's about to break 100 reviews, but also it's annoying me that its average review score is as low as it is, because it's not where I would like for it to be, and that's just super annoying. And there you go. Whatever. I have some plans in place to hopefully try and resolve that. But we'll see. All right, let's get to work, shall we? Oh, I need coffee. I'm going to refill coffee, and then we're going to get to work. All right, be right back. Shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Yeah. Also forgot about one more thing. I'm supposed to add these to my bookshelf. They showing up? Yeah. I didn't have my own copies of Mystic, Darkfire, and Shadeborn. I mean, I technically sort of did, but I was just like, over the weekend, I was like, I'm just going to take them and I'm going to add them because it's silly. Also, Megan finished reading Mystic over the weekend. She read it on the plane going and returning from Las Vegas, and she finally finished it. And for those of you who say, wait, your own wife hasn't read your books? First of all, let's just remember she doesn't read fantasy. And second of all, I know, right? What the fuck? What an asshole. No, that's all right. I appreciate that she's, making the effort because it's definitely not her genre. She loves Harry Potter and she loves the Realm Keepers. She's totally like, you should just sit down and write the next Realm Keepers book. And I'm like, okay, but like, do you actually like making money? Because if you like being able to buy food and pay the rent, I'm gonna I'm gonna keep writing the other thing. Okay? Okay. Realm Keepers will be a thing one day. It's just I don't want to write the next one until I can do it right. And that means that like me and Zach ourselves need to pay for new cover. Like we need to first of all we need to re-edit the existing books and then we need to get new covers for the existing books and then we need to do both of those things for the new book as well. And until we're ready to do that, it just doesn't make any sense to me to try and bang the book out, so to speak. Yeah, exactly, Kristen. Exactly what you said. Because I don't really want to bring it into Legendary. Um, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me to do that, especially because then it requires it even more of a runway with Sean going through it and this, that, and the other thing. And like, why, you know? So yeah. Uh, but I want to. I want to write the next book and put it out. I forget why, but recently I reread some of Realm Keepers. I reread a couple sections of Mid Realm and a couple sections of Wormspire, and like, I loved it. I really, really loved it. I love that story. I love those characters and everything, and I think that it could do well. Um, but now I'm just to the point where like if I can't do it right, I don't want to waste time doing it because I can always do it right later. You know what I mean? So that's where it stands right now, basically. On a similar note, I was when I was in Austin last week. I went and visited a bookstore and I saw one of the later Wheel of Time books in the bookstore, and it was a hardcover edition, and it was of course gigantic. It was just a big fat doorstopper, and I realized that the Umbrella book was going to look that way when we were done with it. The first big Underrealm book, and I just got very, very excited. I've been working on the cover, on trying to describe the cover for uh, the artist. Um, who just emailed me. I need to answer him really quick. Yeah, the new. Actually, let me go grab that from downstairs. One second. Okay, so here's the deal with the Umbrella book cover. It's not going to look like any other Underrealm covers so far. Originally, I was going to have the Underrealm book focus on the new main character, but I decided not to do that because it isn't going to be a single point of view book. It's going to be, you know, whatever. So I'm trying to get an approximation of what I want the cover to look like for myself. Like, I still don't fully have it envisioned in my mind. So I've been doing like these little sketches, and they're basically just terrible. But I don't even know if you're going to be able to see this or not. But like, here's my first sketch of like what I sort of want the cover to look like, just in terms of where everything is supposed to be placed. But this looks terrible. Like, this, I don't want it to look like this. So I drew what was in my head, and it's just not good. So I'm sort of like, I need help. I need to talk to someone. Actually, yeah, like, I need... What I really need to do is I need to sit down with an artist who can help me. I need to work with... I need to talk... Well, first of all, I need to talk with Sean about this today, because we have our regular meeting at noon today. And I need somebody's help figuring out how to articulate what's in my head. Because what I have put together is not good. Capital N, capital G, not good. And of course I want something that is going to be good. And I don't know what that is. What I need is, like, I need to sit down with an actual artist who can sketch as I describe what I'm looking for, so that I can get a basic sketch that I can then send to my actual artist so that he can then draw the scene, if that makes sense. So yeah. So that's what I'm struggling with right now, because that is the next cover that we're ordering. And once we get that cover back, depending on how long it takes exactly, we can start. We could put okay. So once we get the cover back, we're basically ready to go. So that if we finish the other books that we've got in the queue, and we just wrap those up, bang, 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 and then we start on the Umbrella book, and we know, okay, we're going to get the Umbrella book out on time, then we can put it up for pre-order. Which I know, Kristen, I know what you're going to say, but we wouldn't do it until we were sure. But then, theoretically, like, let's say that happens in, like, August or whatever, then we have 4 months. Then we have 4 months. Then we have 4 months to accumulate pre-orders. You know what I mean? I feel Kristen giving me the look. Oops. There it is. I can feel it from the other side of the internet. We wouldn't do it until it was smart. Oops. So I really want that cover, and basically, so once he does that cover, then hopefully by that point I will know what I want for the cover of the third Tales of the Wanderer book, because that's the only reason I'm not asking for that cover next, is because I don't know what that cover's gonna be. I don't know who's gonna be on it. I have no idea. So once he's done that, once we've got all of the new covers for the year done, right? Tales of the Wanderer 1, 2, 3, and then the Umbrella book at the end of the year. Once those 4 covers are done, then we're going to have them go back and start doing the existing covers so that they look the way that I have always wanted them to look. We'll do a new Nightblade cover, a new Mystic cover, a new Darkfire cover, a new Shadeborn cover, a new Weremage cover and Yeren cover for the next Nightblade books, and then the new Academy Journals covers. And then it's all done. It's all complete. It's all ready to go. Then everything's perfect, and we basically never have to touch it again. Although, knowing me, I'm probably going to touch it again. Not a euphemism. So, yeah. There's just so many things that are on the cusp, and on a lot of them, I am the bottleneck. And in the past, I've been the bottleneck because I'm not productive, but now I'm the bottleneck just because, like, I can't be as productive as I need to be, and I don't feel bad about the level of production that I'm at. Because, like, things are rolling forward, you know? Like, I gave Sean a complete outline for the next book on Friday, and he read it. So that's what we're going to talk about during today's story meeting, which is like we've basically never done that before. Oh, man. Oh, man. Sean just sent me a message that makes me angry. You know why my production level has been amazing, Kristen? It's because of you. Because you have been motivating me, and you are awesome. And I owe you big time. Let's see. All right, so let's get cracking. Fuck, you know, I kind of just want to work on the cover right now. Can I justify doing that? Can I justify... You know what? I can justify working on the cover right now for this morning. Because I'm going to have a story meeting with Sean at noon. And I'm going to work, and then after that, I'm going to work again in the afternoon. After our call, I'm going to get back to work again on the outline. So I can work on the outline based on what Sean and I talk about. And right now, I can work on the cover so that I can get that submitted to the artist as quickly as possible. A lot more like threatening. But hey, whatever works. I think we're going to work on the cover. I want to do that. How can I do that in a way that works on stream? Yes, I will do 3 hours of writing in the afternoon. Or else it will be a mistake. Okay. Well, I guess you Google fantasy book cover, and you can't be too surprised when you get a book cover that literally says fantasy book cover. And how sexist. There's a female main character on the cover, and then they automatically assume the author's going to be a woman. Ugh. Okay, so one of the challenging things about the cover is that I want the characters to be looking away from quote unquote camera, right? Like this, except there needs to be 3 of them. Rob is here. Maybe Rob can help with this tremendous problem that we are having. Which, by the way, let's just emphasize, like when I say tremendous problem, tremendous first world problem, right? So I want 3 characters on the cover who are looking away from camera, but they are not the focal point of the cover. Okay? So here's an example on this version of The Hobbit. Uh, so there are characters, but the focal point is on the river in the distance. So something like that, except that the characters need to be bigger. Like this is just a, oh, okay. Here's a real great one. So imagine if there were 2 characters standing on either side of Bilbo here on this cover of The Hobbit. Okay? So you can see details about Bilbo that are interesting, like the bottom half of him is fading away because he's wearing the ring, so he's invisible. Spoiler alert for The Hobbit, I guess. But the focal point is on Smaug in the middle of the cover. Rob. What a dick! So that's actually a very good... Okay. You know what would be a smart thing to do here? Yes, and Garrett is very upset with you, Rob. No, I'm kidding. You know what I resolved? I resolved that I'm going to read The Slow Regard of Silent Things this week. The copy, actually, that I picked up in Portland when we hung out. Okay, so this is actually a very good reference. Into new tab. Catch you later, Kristen. It's just you and me, Rob. Which, let's face it, that's the way we've both always wanted it. Oh, this is another great reference. Wow, okay, so literally The Hobbit, in all its forms, is my best reference. Have I made you uncomfortable? How interesting that I would envision a cover in my mind that draws very strongly from the artistic style of the Hobbit covers. That's very strange and unusual and not at all expected. That is an interesting insight, Rob. The hell? Oh. Right, exactly. Whereas I do, like, I am, and I feel like I'm not trying to do the exact same thing, but I'm trying to do the same thing where, like, yeah, the story is about this girl named Oris, but um, but in reality, the story is about the world, you know? Boy, is that a terrible book cover. My God, that's so bad. That's such a bad book cover. Ah, no. Why is my computer trying to open Premiere Pro? I did not ask for this. Okay, Rob, I have a question for you, which I think you will be able to offer excellent insight about. There is a main character, not the main character, but there is a main character in the Umbrella series. She fights with two short swords, and I think she would wear the two short swords on her hips. And basically, everybody that I've talked to is like, she should have them on her back. And I'm like, that's a dumb thing that they do in movies, which is dumb. Like, cool character design, not efficient or practical at all. I don't know. What do you think? What insight can you offer? Help me, Rob. Catherine Care's Dagger Spell is a fantastic book that I recommend every single person read. Very, very good. Yeah, just not. It doesn't make sense, right? Right. Like I recognize that, in the olden days people would wear claymores on their back, right? Like that's totally a thing. That absolutely happened. But that's because you can't wear a claymore anyway any other way. Fucking things were 6 feet long, you can't have it on your hip. And if you can have it on your hip, it seems like uh, uh, that is just the better way to have it. Boy, who can forget this classic tale? And the title is Worst Fantasy Book Cover Ever. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, exactly. And especially if, like, okay, so these are, theoretically, like, pretty small weapons, right? So if you're a nimble person who does lots of running, jumping, climbing trees, all that sort of thing, they're going to fall the fuck out. Claymore's a big ass weapon. It's not going to fall out if you, let's say, do a somersault, you know? You wouldn't do it, but you wouldn't do a somersault if you're carrying a claymore. If you're carrying a claymore, you're not the sort of person who does a somersault. I don't know. Maybe they'd fall out if they were on your hips as well. But if they're on your hips, whatever. I'm not. I'm fucking putting them on our hips. It's happening. It's happening. It's what's going on. You ever seen this guy? This guy takes sci-fi fantasy covers with women on them and duplicates the poses, and it's pretty epic. Especially since he does shit like using Nerf guns and like holding toasters instead of disembodied heads. That would be pretty cool, but I feel like your balance would be off, like in general, right? Like you've got probably what, 40 pounds of steel on one side of you. Oh boy. Yeah, oh my god. Oh my god. Hero. Hey, what's up, Traxton? We're talking about book cover. I'm working on one right now. Working on turning over a book cover. Okay, check this out. This is basically exactly what I want. You got a focal point right here, here, there, here, and you got your characters right here. And you can see them, but they're standing on a ridge overlooking the focal point, the actual focal point of the scene. Why does anybody do book covers that are anything different than Lord of the Rings all the time? Why don't we just have an entire fantasy genre that's just Lord of the Rings type covers all the time? Why wouldn't we? It's the best thing ever. Ah. Hey, what's up, Clundy man? Yeah, see, everybody's like, oh, my fantasy cover has to be this, like, you know, look how cool my character looks. Which, I mean, I guess on my world building books, I do that, but yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, you have the black cover Lord of the Rings books. Those are cool, very simplistic. If I tried to suggest that we do a cover like that, Sean would probably cut my balls off. Where's my damn hardcover cover? There we go. Clundy Man, the current plan is for 50 books in Underrealm. And I know exactly what the books are and what they're going to be and what's going to happen in virtually all of them. It's pretty planned out. Yeah. And there's also, I think there's also a lot of virtue in George R. R. Martin's original covers, which were just very simplistic and featured one thing in the center of the design over like a vague sort of parchment background. Um, I like minimalism in book covers a lot. Often. Sometimes it's not appropriate, but sometimes it's cool. Yeah, Clundy Man, 50 books in 5 different series. One series is going to have 9 books. 2 series are going to have 12. One series is going to have 15. And the main big umbrella series is only going to have 4. But they are 4 giant books. Well, Traxton, I don't blame you. On the other hand, I do write very quickly, so you might give it a shot anyway, because I'm not like George R. R. Martin where you're going to have to wait 6 years between books. And the only reason I'm able to write very quickly is because I work hard and I have all of it kind of planned out in advance. Oh, wow, that's a good one. Whoa! Oh, I like this a lot. Woo! Oh, yeah. I mean, to be honest, the style isn't really up my alley very much, but the composition is great. Ooh, yes. Oh, awesome. Okay. Oh, hey, production value. Sorry. Okay, so the cover that I really liked composition-wise was this one. That's great composition for what I'm trying to do. All right, now this, I mean, come on. You're just that's just excessive. That's just excessive. The 100,000 Kingdoms. Come on, 100,000 Kingdoms. There probably haven't been 100,000 kingdoms, maybe in the history of Earth, if you look at the literal definition of kingdom. Ridiculous. Okay, so this looks like the sort of composition that I want, except that it's not well executed at all. Like, why is that woman so tiny, and why can't I see what they're looking at? Is that a dragon? I think. I don't know. It's not, I can't tell what they're looking at. Eh? Oh, it's a good book? 100,000 Kingdoms? Okay, I might check it out. Elven Queen, Fire Dragons of Elrock, Book 1. Yeah, alright. Feels like a lot of words thrown together. Ah, yes. The classic, hello, I'm a woman standing awkwardly in a dress. Book cover. Wait, this is the same book. I don't understand. This is Enchantress, Book 1 of the Evermen Saga. And, like, look at that book. This is also Enchantress, Book 1 of the Evermen Saga, by the same author. I don't understand. This knife could be your penis. And just like your penis, this knife could touch my vagina. Wait, what? definitely something phallic about that cover, but like in a way that if you think about it, it doesn't make sense. Enchantress, Book One of the Everman Saga by James Maxwell. What the hell? Oh, this is a okay. Okay, this is a website that does designs. Gotcha. HireTheWorld.com. Okay, that makes sense. Rob, I want you to knock it off very much. All right, quick bio break. Be right back. I heard you haven't read a good book lately, Rob. Oh, pardon me while I'm a total asshole. Oh, what the hell? That's not a command? Bam, there you go. Oh, Clundy man, those are both excellent questions. Okay, so I wanted to be a writer when I was a teenager. Then when I graduated high school, I discovered filmmaking, and like I still want to be a director. Like I'm actually writing so that I can direct one day. I'm creating a bunch of intellectual properties that will hopefully be bestsellers and so on and so forth, so that I can then direct the film and TV versions of them. Like directing is actually the thing that I love to do most in all the world, right? Uh, so that's the first thing to know. Um, Second thing, hold on. Seriously? So for the second question, I think a new author could write and indie publish their first novel in 2 months. I would not recommend that they do that. Um, I would not recommend that they hold themselves to that time limit. I would recommend that they outline it, take as much time as they need to outline it, write the first draft as fast as possible, and then edit it extensively. Um, if if an indie author was in a position, let's say you had a nice job, good 9 to 5 job, and you had some extra money, I would save up about $1,000, and I would outline my book, and then a I would find a good developmental editor, and I can recommend a few of them. And I would hire them to developmental edit your book, your outline, which probably wouldn't take you $1,000. It would probably take you. You could probably find somebody to do, depending on how big your book is. You could probably find somebody to do it for 500 or less, where they would read your outline and then they would consult with you on it. Then I would finish your outline based on the feedback from the developmental editor, and then I would write your first draft as fast as you possibly can, and then I would take it back to the developmental editor. It's going to take more money that time, but yeah, I would do that, and I would have them work on the story with you, because then you're going to make a lot of big, broad story changes, and then I would go through the whole like copy editing process and all that sort of thing. Not approved, Rob. Yeah. Um, Clooney man, why don't you? Do you have my? Do you have? If you have my email, email me because I'd rather send it via email because I'll just send you their email address, or I'll do an email introduction. So if you have my email address, email me. Let me know it's you, etc., etc. If you don't have my email address, it's right here. It's not, you know, not that hard to figure out. So I'm pretty open about sharing that usually. I should so be doing this on my iMac, but my iMac is dead right now. Excuse me. Hey, what's up, WC Studio? Long time no see. Yeah, I'm doing a cover mock-up for the next cover design that I'm sending to my artists, and I've been having some difficulty. Like I've been doing poor quality sketches, as seen here. And I'm not. I've been having difficulty executing it. So we spent a little bit of time looking up similar-ish covers. And now we're doing a mock-up so that we can send it to him and get him to draw a better execution of what I'm trying to do. Yeah, just oh, 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 there it is. I mean, there's, oh man. Oh, you can't see what I'm looking at in Chrome. God damn it. Okay, you'll see it in just a second. I think I found pretty much the exact image that I've been looking for. Hey, what's up, Kristen? I love you guys. Never change. No, that wasn't my O face. I can get Megan up here to talk about my O face sometime if you guys really want that, but I don't think you really want that. Well, that response was immediate and passionate, much like my O face. And we're done. What the shit? Oh, please don't go, Kristen. Please don't go, Kristen. Please, I'm sorry. I'm done. I promise. I swear I'm done. 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 Ah. Eh. Yeah, I don't think we're going to find anything better than what we already found. Okay. Ooh. I don't know if it took a dark turn necessarily. Oh, yes. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. This is good. This is good. That one's not my fault. That's all on Rob. You two are adorbs. You know, I'm kind of having a thought as I'm going through this. I just realized that this cover is so different from all of the other Underrealm covers. It's conceivable that my cover artist might not be the best person to do it. I don't know. Oh, well, I mean, that looks really awesome and amazing. Oh, that looks really awesome and amazing too. Okay, maybe he is the best person. Maybe he can totally do it. I love his work, but I just had the thought maybe it would be better to have him do another cover because there are other covers that I need that are already in the style that he's already done, right? But have him start doing a different cover and then find another artist for this cover. But no, no, he's got lots of big. Yeah, okay, okay. So never mind. I think he can. I think he can totally do this. I need the help of an artist though to help me express to him sort of what I'm looking for. Well, just because the type of image is so different, right? Like if you look at his if you look at him on DeviantArt and you look at his like top art and all most recent art and everything, he mostly does portraits. So I was thinking, okay, like this is a landscape. It's not a portrait cover. So maybe it would be better. And it's a different type of book. It's you could definitely get away with just like when you have like comic book covers, you have different series have different art artists with different styles. You could totally do if you were going to do a different style in one series, it would be this series. But no, I think this actually, I think he can do it. But I need an artist to help me express what I'm trying to get from it, you know? Let's see if we can find any female warriors who aren't hypersexualized. I guess she's not too hypersexualized, although she does have the thigh-high boots with a very short skirt going on. No comment, no comment, no comment. It's not bad. No comment, no comment, no comment, no comment, no comment. Oh, wow, that's a great look for what I'm going for the Mystic. Am I showing the right thing, by the way? Can you guys see what I'm looking at? Yes, you can. No, no, no. Oh, Kristen, you probably have input on this. Rob and I had a little discussion before, right after you stepped out, about so one of the main characters in the Umbrella book is a mystic. She's a warrior, and she fights with two short swords, um, and I think that she should wear them on her hips, but everybody's like, put them on her back, and I think that's just because they think it would look cool, but it seems really odd and impractical. Boob socks on the armor? You talking about like the boob plates? Yeah, I suppose she does. But it's definitely less boob socky than, you know, pretty much any of the other ones, I guess. I don't know. Swords on the back are so impractical. Thank you. Thank you. Ugh. Is that Keira Knightley? What movie is this from? Whatever. Mm. That's what Rob said. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, come on. See? No boob socks. I like that. This one's not bad, but it's not applicable for what we're doing here. You're not really going to see her face. No, no, she's gonna be wearing like a breastplate and pauldrons, but not like full plate, right? Like mostly chainmail with a couple key points protected by plate. With a color scheme of red and silver, because that's what the mystics wear. That's cool. Oh, whoa! Thank you. Ah. Oh, what was I just looking at? This is cool too. This is great. I like this a lot. But what was I just looking at? Because it was awesome. Ah, oh, damn it. Damn it. I was just looking at a page with multiple other. Oh, okay. Oh, yes. Yeah, look at this right here. That's so good. That's so what we're talking about. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. All right. Quick bio break. Be right back. Eh. Rob, you're kind of a dick. Oh, man. So this one's good. This one's better. So I'm gonna save this one because I love it so much. But we're gonna keep looking at the rest of the board. Stop! 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 What are you doing? Thank you. Ah, yes, boob plates. What's the what? I don't understand Pinterest. Sorry, I know this is probably annoying trying to watching me try to navigate all this shit. At 11:45, remind me to take down a note about the scene where they put on their armor.
Okay, I'll remind you.
Thank you, Siri. Cool. No capes. Oh, gotcha. Okay. That's cool. So much good art. There's just so much good art in the world. Wow, talk about owning a search term. Is that the same girl? Jesus Christ. See, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, you know, like let's see if we can find an angle that's less about the butt. Like, isn't that okay? So the way that they cross behind her is a little annoying because, like, how do you walk? But something similar. No, like, no, that's my point. Is like not quite so much about the butt, but like a harness like that, you seem so much more sensible than on the back. I want to send my artist this as a reference, except that, Kristen, what do you think is going to happen if I send my artist this as a reference? Oh, sorry. Yeah, no problem. Do your work like a responsible member of society. Jesus Christ. Internet, if only you hadn't been invented and developed pretty much explicitly for porn. Yeah, I've seen that too. This character, though, Sylvan, I feel like she would have developed like her own sort of like personal little harness. She's super badass. Sylvan's maybe my favorite character in all of Underrealm, which is ironic since she doesn't exist yet. Oh, she has full access. Like she's a member of the Mystics, and she's like a very venerated and celebrated member of the Mystics, and they have like more money than God, the way organizations like that do. Yeah, so many butts. All of the butts. Safe search is on. That's the bad thing. Gonna get banned from Twitch for this shit. See, there you go. I mean, tight leather pants, of course. Not a good reference necessarily, but... Oh, for fuck's sake, would you just... Internet, would you stop? Does not work for me, Trexton. It's broken. Really? Oh, whatever. More belts. I wonder if... Hold on. So I actually had Sylvan's swords at one point. Oh yeah, I see why it's broken. I had Sylvan swords at one point. Oh wow, that's cool. Yeah, so like pretty much exactly that, except like I don't need the back harness and the knives and whatnot. But those hip scabbards, right? Anyway, I had Sylvan's... I need to text the person who I think has those swords. Oh, hey, Clooney man. Email is garrett@garrettbrobinson.com. There you go. So, yeah, so I had... So back in the day, actually, let me see if there's a way I can figure out to share this with you without spoiling the name of everything. Oh, no, there isn't. Never mind. So back in the day, I had, when I was originally planning on doing the Umbrella series as like a little web series, God, that seems so long ago. I made I made Sylvan's harness, and I thought I still had it around. I still have Oris's sword. It's right here. I love this baby. So I got this off of, I think I got it off of Cold Steel. And then I have a friend who does leather work, and he redid basically like everything. So he rewrapped the handle, and he did this wrap around the bottom part of the blade, and then he like did this to the scabbard, like basically kind of just like fucked it up and made it look like a lot more organic. And then he made the belt, and then this is the sword itself. And I just love uh, the design of this sword so much that like this is her sword. And for me, um, like I always kind of imagine this as like a nobleman's sword, right? That she stole. And the reason that it looks all fucked up like it does is that she, like she's had it for years and she likes it, so she doesn't want to replace it. Um, and so every time, like when the handle starts to come undone and whatnot, she gets it rewrapped or whatever. But she's not rich. She doesn't have like access to the resources that she needs. So like the handle now looks kind of fucked up, and the scabbard's all super fucked up because she hasn't replaced it in a long time. That sort of thing. So that's Oris. That's the main character. Yeah, no, it's a nice sword. I like it very much. And that was the actress who was going to play Sylvan, texting me that yes, indeed, she does have the swords. All right. So now, Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's a great. That's a great. What do you call it? Sheath. Super annoying. Yeah, I actually got to. I also got to see. I got to see an advanced screening of Sucker Punch, and in the final theatrical release, because they have advanced screenings of lots of movies in LA, and so I got in one and I saw it, and my friend and I were blown away. We were like, "This is amazing and incredible and awesome," and da 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 da. And then in the final theatrical release, they removed two key scenes that tied the whole plot together. And so when I saw the theatrical release, like I heard everybody going, "What the fuck with this movie?" I was like, "What are you talking about? It was awesome." And then I went to see it in theaters. I was like, "Oh my god, why did you take out basically the entire point of the film?" Like that's literally how I felt about it. So that was a disappointment. And maybe Rob shouldn't be allowed to watch it with you unless he reads Nightblade first. I'm just saying. I'm just saying it's a possibility. I'm just saying you could do that if you wanted to. So glad I get to hang out with you guys. That actually doesn't look like total ass, to my surprise. And Kristen, you know, of course, what the cover is depicting, don't you? God damn it, internet. Don't mind Rob. He's just don't mind Rob. He's just Rob. By the way, I'm glad that I'm actually shocked that the search results were that tame for the search phrase "female warrior from the back." Could have gone a lot worse. Yeah, so that's one thing that I want to talk to. So, Kristen, you are, I think, correct, and that's one thing that I want to talk to Sean about today. Is that this is an event that happens halfway through the Umbrella book. So, like, and I guess it's kind of a spoiler, I guess, but it happens halfway through the book. You know, so for that reason, I don't mind depicting it on the cover, especially since it's such a pivotal moment in Underrealm. I think that I think that for people who are reading the book and discovering it for the first time, they're going to be like, okay, whatever. And for people who are fans of the series, who are coming to the Umbrella book after everything else, I think it's just cool to show them, to show it to them. How can I read the series now? Big spoiler that at some point there is a fire. Oh, Rob, you're awesome. Wizard from the back. We're still tempting fate. Is nobleman like a brand name of knife or something? Son of a bitch. That's a cool tattoo, actually. It's definitely a bit male gazy, but it's actually that's really great art. Ugh. This is actually a good reference. I just don't. No, that's actually a good reference. I even like the pose. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with it. It's not perfect, but then again, this image of Sylvan isn't perfect, so we're gonna live with it. Gah! Hey, James. Wait, what's wrong with my production value? Oh yeah, unless I'm doing dedicated Google searching, I'm not going to turn it on just because the internet is not a safe place. Oh man. Oh James. Oh wow. Boy, you are in for a treat. I guess maybe I don't know. Kristen, was it you that was in a conversation on the Facebook group wondering about whether or not you guys have seen The Life Made yet? Yeah, so James, this is a mock-up that I'm going to be sending to the new cover artist, which hopefully you've been able to see some of the new cover art, and if not, maybe I can pull it up here at some point. Awesome. Yeah, I'm super. I could not be happier with it. I think it's wonderful and lovely. That's oof. Now, when you say original covers, do you mean the mostly black ones that I did myself? Yeah, I kind of like those a lot, and I feel like they captured the mood that I was going for a lot better, you know. And then the new art, the Sterling and Stone art, is just much more marketable, but it just like as a super fan like of fantasy myself, I want full illustrated. So now the new covers are just perfect to me in every way. Oh yeah, no, I'm not an artist. Sorry, VB. I'm doing a mock-up to send to my artist. Why is it so hard to get a picture of a wizard from the back? Male wizard. Like, who stands like this? Who stands like this just so you can get the faint outline of their not really boobs and not really see their butt either through their thick dress? It just doesn't make any sense to me at all. Ooh, that's not a bad one. The unremembered book cover. Okay, let's save this for now. Ah! Yeah, all right. The old new covers are the ones that are currently on Amazon right now. They are Photoshop compositions. They are not fully illustrated. So if you missed anything, you probably missed the new covers. So like you might not have seen this cover. This is a oops. This is a new cover for a book that's going to be coming out later this year. And the existing Nightblade covers are going. I'm going to go back through the existing Nightblade covers. Um, I'm going to go back to the existing. Oh, did I just double time that person out? Ugh, sorry. Ah, Rob gets points. It was in the books. But I can time him out because I own the channel. Yeah, Kristen and Rob are buddies who have been around since the beginning, and who I have now met in real life. So they got swords. Oh, well, I did answer now. But I answered on text, not on screen. So the annoying thing about the island, which is just, I think I'm going to have a little bit of difficulty communicating to my cover artist, just because there is a language barrier, is that like the island needs to be much bigger than that. Like it's supposed to be a city, a whole city. But I'm hoping that with this, he gets enough references, and I just keep explaining more and more references. I think I can send him this and actually have him get what I'm going for. I hope. Mail is doing a weird thing these days where it's not letting me do BCCs. There it is. Okay, good. I guess there's just a default that I haven't set on this thingy yet. Stretch the island to show it as bigger without scaling it up. Oh no, so that's not what I mean. Is that like okay? So you look at the island in the image, and it has trees on it, right? Like, um, and those trees, just by the fact that they are trees, make the island look a certain size. But I'm not good enough to remove the trees while leaving the rest of the island intact, right? I mean, I guess I could give it a shot. Like, I don't think this looks good or helps at all. Oh, Clooney Man, I don't think that there is such a thing as too much information in outlining. I think that there is such a thing as spending too much time on outlining, like when you're outlining to the point that you're continuing to outline as an excuse not to start the first draft of your book. But um, you don't. Um, I don't think there's such a thing as too much information in your outline because there's a lot of information in the outlines that never makes it into the book, right? Um, yeah, I don't know. Down to a motherfucker, do you speak it? That's not bad. That actually kind of fits a little bit. All right. Well, I'm going to compose an email to the guy about the cover and whatnot. And I'll talk with Sean about it for our meeting. But right now, I got to go because I actually am going to be on that meeting in about 15 minutes, and I need at least a snack before I do because I haven't eaten anything yet today. And God knows we're probably going to end up talking for hours. We'll be talking for hours, and then we'll da-da-da-da-da. We'll be talking for hours. I'll be walking around for hours, and if I try and do all that without food in my belly, yeah. See, that actually looks. That makes it, just having the city there makes it look that much more epic. What's the clone tool? It's this one, isn't it? Yeah, clone stamp. Okay. Ah, gotcha. Nope. Oh, this is cool. Oh, this is super cool. Oh, I like that a lot. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, I like this. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, this is cool. Look at this. Oh boy, I feel like a kid in a candy store, but also like a very old man who just discovered how email works. Um, and I think that's a pretty good note to end the stream on because I really do have to eat. God, I have 10 minutes. I have 10 minutes. Okay, yeah. All right. All right, we're going to go. We're going to go. I'll be back later this afternoon because I still have to do 3 hours of actual work on the book itself. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Oh, God, she really would, Rob. Don't do that. Bad idea. Thanks for coming and hanging out, Traxton and Rob and WC Studio. And yeah, exactly. WC Studio. That's the point. Kristen and Clooney Man. And Clooney Man, I did answer your email. Hopefully you saw that. James Lawton Smith, good to see you. Again, it's been a long time. And I think that was everybody who was here. Thanks so much for coming and hanging out. I need a snack desperately. My fingers are starting to shake. And I will catch you next time. Bye. Oh, no, not that. Bye.
Bye.